Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy Venara Scott for KillaKrane Productions. If you guys will excuse me, I have a guest today, and I'm trying to bring him on right now. So give me a minute. You guys just give me 1 second. Technical difficulties. There we go. Alrighty. So, I'm waiting for a guest to come in. I've sent him my request, Soshi. If you are watching, please accept the invite that I've just sent you. This is KRANE Talk Live, May the 6th, 2022. My name is Venara Scott. This is a frequent talk forum that I hold. I try to do it weekly, though sometimes because of my schedule, I can't do that, but I try my best to do so. And if you guys excuse me, I'm going to cut off the air conditioning. I sound a little bit better for you guys? Great. So we're going to start it off. I'm going to see if I can still communicate with the young gentleman. Send him a message. All right. We're going to wait on him for a little bit. We have a nice little talk discussion that we're going to have today. We have Soshi Kazama, who's I'm waiting on to accept the invite. We're going to talk about martial arts initially today for about 30 minutes, and then we're going to get into some other subjects. We're going to talk about Dave Chappelle being tackled. We're going to talk about how relationships are possibly affected by the whole Will Smith, Jada Pinkett thing and the whole Johnny Depp, Amber Heard thing. We're going to talk about the abortion issue. We're going to talk about a lot of different stuff. And these seem to be hot ticket items that I've seen on Facebook. That's why I'm bringing them up today. So, excuse me. If you guys want to be a guest, let me know. It is open to everybody. You do not have to be a guest ahead of time. You can pop in here and say, hey, I want to talk or whatever. You guys can leave a comment. You can do whatever you need to. I'm waiting for Mr. Soshi to come in. He's probably figuring out how to do it. I'm kind of new to this as well. So, let's see. Guest request. So, I do not think that I have done this the right way. Okay. You guys just bear with me. Somebody's already been invited. Okay. So we're going to wait for this gentleman to log on. Like I said, initially we're going to talk about martial arts and things. Like I said, only for about 30 minutes. Also, this is an open discussion, so you guys can see some topics. I put them in the comments as well, things we're going to talk about today. However, we can talk about whatever you guys want to. The topic discussions are always just a suggestion. Mr. Soshi, is that you? Like I said, anybody can join in. Just let me know, and I will send you an invite, and you guys can either be on camera, or I can get another cell phone and I can talk to you guys through audio. I mean, there's a million different ways. What's going on, Ken? How you doing today, brother? All right. Like I said, any subject you guys want to. It could be something serious. I don't know much about politics or sports, but we could talk about anything else that's going on in the world today. We can talk about TV and movies. We can talk about what's going on in your world. If you have some new stuff going on, if you guys have any tips for anything, you might have been watching, life hacks or something like that can help out people. If you have some advice or you have something, poem you want to share, anything that you want to do, guys. But like I said, said the initial thing, we're waiting for Mr. Soshi to come in. We're going to discuss martial arts. I guess I kind of get the jump on. Let's see. Is that him right here? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm. I don't think that's Soshi. I'm sorry, guys. I'm learning. I'm trying to experiment around with Facebook and everything like that. If you want to be added in on camera, just leave a comment. I can see when somebody is watching. Just say, "Hey, add me on camera." You know what I'm saying? I try to get people's permission. I try not to send them even a request without them wanting to be there ahead of time. Um, I guess until the gentleman is coming on, I'm going to start my discussion forums. Um, First thing we're going to talk about, let me slide this over a little bit. Dave Chappelle, if you guys haven't been keeping up with it, Mr. Dave Chappelle was doing a get on the martial arts. People don't think it's important. That's exactly why I'm having this discussion forum. And I'm going to have to repeat this when the gentleman gets on here. Um, of course, you guys know that bullying has been getting worse and worse. Of course, it's less physical because these kids are little punks and stuff like that, and they're not physically abusing people, but they're doing it mentally. And sometimes it is physical once you actually catch up with somebody. And more parents are signing the kids up for martial arts and things like that, well, for fighting, well, rather. And then people think, well, I'm not going to sign them up for traditional martial arts because that stuff doesn't work. And, because, we had this UFC thing going on, and the winner of the UFC was Brazilian Jiu Jitsu. So that has to be the greatest martial art. I'm not saying anything against that martial art. It is a great martial art. It can help you in self defense, but it is not the only one. I don't think it's the top dog. I I have my own opinions about that, why it was the first one to win the UFC, the conditions around it, and it's just kind of suspicious to me. Even Bill Superfoot Wallace talked about this, how, you were the ones who started it, and that's your martial art, but you won at the end. That's kind of suspicious to me. But there's a million and one reasons. I'm trying not to get too deep into it, waiting for the young gentleman to come on. I personally think that there is no bad martial artist, no bad martial art. I think that it's who teaches it. I think unless it's pressure tested, it needs to be pressure tested. I think I mentioned this before. If you are not having somebody spar against you who's actually trying to hurt you, then you're not learning it. If it's choreographed and this person do this and this person do that, and you're doing like a little dance and stuff, form is good. But form is just like shadow boxing, before you get into the ring. It's only to help you with your form. You know what I'm saying? So I need to get back into a lot of this myself. That's another thing. A lot of people think that once you learn the movements, then that's it. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to keep it up. I'm a black belt in Taekwondo. Um, I wouldn't jump into the ring right now. I wouldn't even get into point sparring right now because I'd have to get myself in physical shape. You know what I'm saying? It's not just about learning movements. It's not like, how you see it on the TV shows and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? It's just like any other form of exercise. You have to, number one, eat the right foods, which is, I'm going to admit, I do not have a good diet plan. I try to eat at least an apple a day. I try to eat granola bars instead of cookies and stuff like that. But for dinner, a lot of times I get a bit busy and I eat cheeseburgers and whatever fast food that's poison food, you know what I'm saying? So it doesn't provide a lot of vitamins and minerals, amino acids, proteins. It doesn't increase ATP levels, which is one thing you need for any exercise program. I mean, you need a lot of stuff, you know what I'm saying? So, um, yeah, it's a lot, and you have to be in good cardiovascular shape, aerobic shape, anaerobic shape, and there has to be a balance. All of that has to come into play. It's just not some magical. What's the name of that anime everybody's watching now? Not Dragon Ball Z. What's the one that came after that? With the arms folded back like this and they're running. Naruto. Yeah, it's not like Naruto. And there's some controversy over whether this magical element of chi energy exists. I I would have to get a person's explanation of what chi energy is. I have no idea. Some people believe it's like Star Wars and the magical force, and you bring power from the other realms of the universe. And I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I think that it is physiological. You know what I'm saying? If you want to look at from a physiological point of view, yeah, chi is real. You know what I'm saying? It's all about breathing. It's all about muscle twitch. You know what I'm saying? Those muscles twitch fibers and the muscle memory that you do when you're exercising. So, you know what I'm saying? I believe that chi energy is true in that nature. Let me stop and say if anybody wants to join in, please do so. If you want to be brown on camera, please do so. You know what I'm saying? This is an open discussion. So, I'm just talking into the see if we can get the gentleman back here online, but anybody can join. I think we could have up to 6 people, if I'm not mistaken. I went through a tutorial on Facebook Live on bringing people in, and I think Mr. Thomas says that's true. I done cut off all my sweets and greasy foods. It's a tough process, but I focus to stick to process I'm trying to achieve. Congratulations, brother. Congratulations. I'm trying my best to stay away from. I don't eat a lot of candy bars, and it was hard for me to let go of them little Debbie's brownies. I ain't gonna lie to you, brother. Man, I ain't gonna lie to you. One thing in my diet, and the proper fuel is extremely important. Um, just like if you got watered down gas and you put it in your car and wonder why your engine knocking. You have to put the right nutrients in your body. As a matter of fact, I always tell people if they're starting a new exercise program, go to a licensed healthcare professional, have them take, this sounds disgusting, have them take blood and urine, and they can know a number of things. And I had one nutritionist that I went to, they said, tell me everything that you put in your body, including water, how many sips of water you take per day. It's every snack that you have. You know what I'm saying? I need to know that, you know what I'm saying? So I can calculate what you're bringing in your body and what you need or don't need according to your test results, biological test results. Have you tried vegan yet? It's not bad. Yes, I have tried certain vegan or vegetarian dishes. There's some bridge over between veganism and vegetarianism. Um, Certain things, even like certain fats that they have in food, like monoundiglycerides, that can be considered vegetarian but not vegan because it might have some animal parts to it. Um, it's a bit of a process, you know what I'm saying? And you have to get used to it. Meats contain, I'm not putting one above the other, but meats contain all the proteins and amino acid and a lot of the minerals and vitamins that the body needs. You just have to balance that out. But with veganism, you really have to watch it. I'm not saying it's bad, okay? It can be very healthy. But with certain things like rice, you might get certain amino acids, which are the building blocks for protein. And then you have to, they have, I think it's 22 essential amino acids. Please correct me, guys. I'm sure I'm wrong about this, but it's something like 20 something essential amino acids, and rice will give you 11, and beans will give you the other 11, and you have to combine the two. You also have to make sure that you're eating enough vitamin D in your diet. But that can be taken through supplements or something. But I know I'm talking off a tangent here, brother. But great question. Do we have any vegans who are watching? 23 amino acids. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I was one off. But I appreciate you correcting me. I like to be corrected. You know what I'm saying? So, one amino acid off. Don't get me to naming them. I could tell you like lysine and all the rest of them. But yeah, you need a certain amount of all these nutrients. So to answer your question, there is a young lady, Love Atalia, and I want to give a shout out to her. She's been very influential with me as far as she probably doesn't remember it, but I've tried to went vegan or vegetarian a few times, and she's given me a number of tips. And she's one of the tips she gave me, I think it was something like start a few days a week, or just you go vegan in the morning or something like that. Just as we say in Mississippi, as the old people say in Mississippi, slowly but surely. And I think that was great advice. And then work your way up there. By the way, if you guys haven't seen her video, she's an extremely sweet young lady. She has a lot of videos. She has a lot of new projects coming out. She has her own business. We need to support Black-owned businesses. Um, I will mispronounce the product that she has. Love is something with an E. Forgive me, young lady. Uh, but it's all natural plant-based shampoos and skin creams and things of that nature. She's not paying me to say any of this. I'm just helping another Black-owned business. So, anyway, let me see. We have no more comments. Okay, I've read all those. So anyway, yes, back to eating right. I guess we're getting in another discussion, which is fine. Um, I've even learned that peanut butter can be good. It contains a lot of fat, yes, but it's a very good food for power. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're doing a lot of what do you call that? A lot of movements where you're jumping up, like fast twitch movements and stuff. We have to use a lot of ATP levels. Peanut butter is very good for the body. It's a lot better than them greasy cheeseburgers I ate, I tell you that. Um, what else is good? Lentils is excellent. Um, a while back, I was a member of the Nation of Islam, and they showed us a lot of meals that you can make with the small navy beans. Navy beans are great, contains a lot of amino acids. It's full of fiber. It's really good for the body. Beans in general are good. You just have to make sure to soak them for at least 30 minutes. And I usually and get the water and to make sure it's warm water. And I put a couple of teaspoons of baking soda or either baking powder, one of the two, and mix it in the water. And you put any fruit or vegetable that you don't have to peel, like bananas is fine because you have to peel it, but like apples or beans, let them soak in that water for about 30 minutes. You guys will see all those pesticides and herbicides and everything else they didn't wash off at the grocery store. You will see all that stuff just come to the top of the water, and it'll be this nasty film at the top. So that's what I would suggest. And you got a lot of old people that dig in their nose or scratch, well, not just old people, even children, and they'll scratch their butts and then they'll grab the fruit and look at it and then put it down, and y'all got all that stuff on your fruit. So I would totally suggest you guys please wash off your fruits and vegetables, the ones that you don't have to peel off. Like I said, bananas and stuff, you peel that off, that's fine. A lot of you guys, I heard that you guys are peeling off the top part of the apple, the skin, and I heard that's one of the best parts of the apple to eat, where a lot of nutrients are. Um, Garlic is also good. It's very good. It's been helping me a lot in a lot of ways. My cardiovascular health has gotten better. Um, I don't know how I feel as drained. I wouldn't suggest raw garlic before you go to bed. You know what I'm saying? Because it has kept me up for some reason. But it does feel like, it's letting my body breathe. It's a natural antibiotic, antiviral medication. And I think that's where the idea of give garlic killing vampires and stuff like that, that old story or whatever, it's because they saw that a lot of people who were eating garlic when they're sick, they would heal faster and they would not be as sick as long. And that's because the garlic is a natural antiviral and antibacterial food. And I suggested wholeheartedly take the skin off, cut into small pieces, and you can eat it. Put a little manuka honey, which I totally suggest. Manuka honey is so good for you. Um, I'm getting way off into food and stuff like that. This is good stuff, but if you guys want to chime in on any of this, garlic is so good for the body, though. Um, that's another discussion forum I like to have about health and nutrition, and even talk about like Dr. Sebi. I'm not sure if you guys have heard about him. He's the one that proclaimed that he has a cure for HIV and herpes and cancer and all that stuff like that. And he says it's about the foods with high in alkalinity or something like that. I'm not exactly sure. I have to read. I haven't read his books, but I've read basically what he talks about. I'd like to get you guys' opinion on that. But like I said, foods is very important to anything that you do. Okay. A lot of times, if you're feeling sluggish all day, if you're, I hate to say it, but we have busy lives, and when on our lunch break, sometimes we don't have time but to get a cheeseburger. Guilty, very guilty. Go to fast food place, they're already ready, and instead of buying an $8 salad, you got 20 cheeseburgers for 99 cents. So I'm very much guilty of this. We have to eat right, guys. We have to get the proper nutrients in us. Um, Let me see if I can send Mr. Sochi another invite. You guys come on in now. Um, I'm sure. I'm sorry. Okay, we're back online. Um, but as far as martial arts and stuff, what else can I tell you? I'm waiting on the gentleman to come in. He's very much an expert at all of this. He's been in martial arts longer than I have. Um, I'm sure that he would ascribe. I heard that avocados is good also from an MMA instructor in Richland, Mississippi. Avocados are really good, very, very good. They're even good for the skin. They have a lot of oils that are, and they're good with proteins as well. Well, not proteins, are the amino acids that you need. Avocados are really good for the body. Hey, Lamar, how's it going? You doing all right? Oh, if you guys need some digital cards made, Lamar Hicks, hit him up. He makes some digital business cards. If you're an old fogey like me, you still have the old paper cards, which you need to get away from. You need to start making some digital cards because people are not going to lose that. Okay. So hit Mr. Lamar Hicks up and he will make you some nice little digital business cards for your business that you could send to people. With paper cards, you have to meet them in person and send them the cards. But with digital cards, you can send them everywhere. What's going on, Sherman? I'm sure Mr. Hicks is also doing the digital thing where you take your VCR tapes and 8 millimeters or whatever and convert them to digital. And once you convert stuff to digital, you have it forever, as long as the internet is on or whatever. So those tapes and stuff degrade. So I would highly suggest those beautiful memories that we have that we don't want to um, let go of. Please get them converted to digital. And my suggestion would be to contact Mr. Lamar Hicks. Oh, you're very welcome, sir. Oh, yeah, Sherman, if you want to get in here and talk about martial arts, we were talking about eating right first. That's the thing. I appreciate that, Lamar. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Um, yeah, we're for those who martial artists are coming in, we're talking about first eating right because you need the proper energy, nutrients, and everything to do your exercises and stuff. So we're talking about that first. We can branch off into anything else. We're talking about how people think that the MMA is or Brazilian Jiu Jitsu is the best because they were the first MMA, but that's so not true. Any one of them can work, especially Leroy Curtis, Muda Kwan Taekwondo, Clydesdale Taekwondo, Progressive Taekwondo, Yazoo City, Mississippi. You know what I'm saying? Steve Hall, Master Steve Hall, that if you can ever get a chance to take martial arts from any of the people from the old Clarksdale Taekwondo, I would totally suggest it would teach you some stuff. You know what I'm saying? Pressure tested on the streets as well, pressure tested in the ring, pressure tested at tournaments, pressure tested everywhere. So you don't have to worry about the pressure testing elements. Um, yeah, a lot of people will say that, let me see, like Aikido. I'm trying to think of some martial arts that people say are crap, like Aikido and what's the other one? Tai Chi. I've taken Tai Chi classes too and learned a lot of great self-defense techniques. But like I said, that's one of the ones, they're form heavy. They're not pressure testing. If you were to add a little pressure testing to that stuff, it would work well. I saw a movie, I think it was Tai Chi Master or something. It had Keanu Reeves in it, and he was like the evil. Spoiler, I'm sorry. But it's Tai Chi something. But it's a great movie. If you guys have ever seen it, look it up. It has Keanu Reeves and something about Tai Chi. It's a really good, like, short independent film, and it shows how Tai Chi can be used for self-defense. There was another YouTube video about an individual talking about how he did so many years of Aikido and he was a black belt, and then he went against this UFC guy and he got his butt handed, and he found out that it wasn't worthwhile. I would like to have a conversation with that individual because I don't think that it was his martial art as well. What's going on, Mr. Simmons? What's going on? Yeah, I love it, dude. Was dangerous. Um, I've been talking so much. What dude am I mentioning? Because I mentioned a lot of dudes. Oh, you probably talking about Master Curtis, huh? Master Curtis, you have to be the one and only Master Leroy Curtis. Can't nobody mess with him. Um, yeah, I miss that guy. God dog. But anyway, what was I talking about? Aikido, the guy who's talking about Aikido. But I don't think that his martial arts, his branch or his instructor did a lot of pressure testing. But there's a lot of Aikido movements. I mean, all the martial arts are mixed together. You know what I'm saying? It's just, you got low blocks, you got kicks, you got different things. It's just a different way of different stuff. And it's just emphasis on different stuff. You know what I'm saying? So well before the UFC, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu came and did their little armbar, whatever. There was armbars and some of everything. Even Bruce Lee did it in the Enter the Dragon. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it just depends on how much effort you put into it, how much work you put into it. Like I said, I'm being the master of hypocrites right now because I need to eat better than I am. I need to get a little bit more exercise than what I'm doing. One big mistake that I personally make, I'm putting my head on the chopping block. I get to thinking that I don't have enough energy to do the entire routine, which is BS. Sometimes if you do 10 minutes a day, that's better than no minutes a day. And sometimes I forget about that. And sometimes with pressure with family and stuff like that, you kind of get depressed and you get de-energized. Do a little bit, little dab of do you, like the old folks saying. Yes, I'm an old man. I keep saying these old men phrases. Little dab of do you. You guys jump in here at any time. Like I said, if you want to be on the camera, if you want to, what's going on, Trey? You doing all right? Like I said, if you guys want to jump in, let me know. Trey, I'm not sure if you may have Soshi's number. If you could give him a call, because I'm on my phone right now. If you could give Soshi a call and let him know, I sent him an invite to talk about martial arts. I appreciate it. I think you know him somewhere, from somewhere. I hate to put you on the spot like that. I apologize. Um, but if you guys can, if any of you have his number, let me know. Um, and if any of you want to jump in, like I said, I was going through the tutorial Facebook Live, and I think I can bring in about 6 people at one time. Okay, okay. Appreciate that if you can do that. I think he would be excellent at bringing in some stuff to this conversation. Like I said, any of y'all can come in too. You can come in live. You can come in with the video, come in audio, whatever. Jermaine, what's going on, my man? What's going on? Got a lot of Clarksdale, Mississippi people, Memphis people. What's going on? What's going on? Anything new going on? I'm going to change subjects right quick. Anything new going on in Mississippi, Memphis, Tennessee? I know that I'm going to get all the negative stuff, but that's fine. Let me know what's been going on there. I haven't been there since last year? Oh, it was this year when my mom died. Oh, yeah. But anything else new going on? Anything going on in y'all family or whatever? We're discussing martial arts right now. I'm going to get to the other subjects in a minute. Like I said, we're also going to jump and talk about Dave Chappelle being tackled. How marriages and relationships are affected by the Will Smith Johnny Depp thing. I think that we've talked about that in one area or another, but a lot of people are putting on Facebook that these are kind of putting the idea in a lot of females' head or a lot of people's heads in relationships that these things are okay. Even though a lot of people are ridiculing the young ladies, Mrs. What's her, Amber Heard and Jada Pinkett Smith, but a lot of people are supporting these young ladies. The abortion concept or issue is still a hot button topic, whether lifestyles and conception or whatever. Um, is violence the correct response to? Oh, here we go.